We skipped ahead to week number 6, and I don't really feel like Isaiah is too threatened by this week's opponent. And if you're asking why, well, look at the Seahawks record. They're 0-5 on the year. But before we head into today's game, something I've noticed is that Isaiah has yet to win Player of the Week honors, and I want to change that this week. So we can look at week number 1, a couple of good performances. In week 2, we actually won Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week. Week 3 was Deshaun Watson and Telvin Smith, Tom Brady, Justin Houston, C. Mariota, and Malik Jackson. But in that offensive side, in the AFC, we want to make sure that Isaiah in week number 6 walks out as the MVP of that week. We're here in Oakland. It's kind of a drizzly day, not like a ton of rain pouring down right now, but as you can tell, it's going to be a mess. We're now 2 rivals going on right now, the Seahawks and the Raiders. Who's going to come out with the victory? Well, we're hoping our team, because the Seahawks are 0-5 and we're obviously 4-1, so if you don't want to be their first win of the season, you got to come to today. The Raiders picked back up. It was drizzly earlier, now it's coming down, and Derek Carr, there's a lot of questions about his accuracy. Last week he had Martavis Bryant, 6 catches, 83 yards, but this week we need to find him in the end zone, and we need Isaiah King Jr. to be in the end zone too, but Pete Carroll doesn't want that to happen at all. Now we're going to start this game off with, you already know, giving the ball to Isaiah King Jr. and letting the young fella go to work. Now Isaiah's looking to find some room. He finally gets a couple of yards in. Looks like about 5 on the play. And remember, a big thing we want today is to get Isaiah the Offensive Player of the Week. It's a huge milestone for him to keep his career progressing, and it's going to be important we, focus the game plan around him today. Now look at Smith out here making some moves. Smith gets lit up by Cam Chancellor, who apparently came out of retirement just for that hit. This Raiders offense is looking solid so far. So under center again for Carr. A little bit of a halfback counter here for Isaiah. Isaiah's going to try to get to the edge. Looks like it might be a bad mistake, and it ended up being one. So earlier we saw Isaiah go for 5 yards positively, and then on that play we saw him go for 5 yards in a negative fashion. So we're going to try to go to a halfback screen here. Looks like Isaiah's going to be wide open. He's right there. Isaiah's going to try to truck through some 2 defenders. Okay. Shaquille Griffin couldn't stop him, the brother of Shaquem, and we get almost a first. This is a big 3rd down here. 3rd and 1. Isaiah's got to find a way to get this first down. He runs through a couple defenders. Look at Isaiah in the open field. He's finally going to get brought down there by Cam Chancellor, but at the 37, Isaiah finally bursts through that secondary. If you're the Seahawks, you are nervous because they've allowed a 100-yard rusher every single game this season. And Isaiah says, look, that trend is about to continue. Look at him breaking tackles out here. Isaiah, what got into you, young fella? You got 2nd down and 3. Seattle's bringing their safeties up in the box. No idea if it's a blitz or not, but we're going to put Cooper in motion. I mean, they're looking for a run right here. A good play action fake. Isaiah picks up the blitz, and Jordy Nelson holds on to it long enough to get inside the red zone. One of the biggest knocks in college coming out for Isaiah was that he just didn't care about pass blocking. But that play right there showed you. He went off a play action fake, cut on a dime, got over there, and blocked his butt off. And somehow he's still up in the air. Isaiah is hungry to get into the end zone here, so they're going to give him the ball again. Coach Gruden believes in him, and then they stop him after about 2. This is a big 3rd down here. We're going to put Jared Cook over across the middle as well. Isaiah's going to split out to the left-hand side. Possibly could be open, but they throw it. It's going to be right to KJ Wright. Isaiah's going to try to get his first career tackle. Unfortunately, he's not going to get it. Smith is going to be running down. Isaiah comes in to help up, but Derek Carr threw a bad interception in the end zone. Call me crazy, but I think we've heard that before. That drive was off to an incredible start, and then Derek Carr went ahead and threw that really bad interception. So Seattle, as you can imagine, went down, scored themselves 7 points. They're feeling pretty good, and then KJ Wright says, Isaiah, don't you run to this side again. And even though that interception was extremely bad and kind of unforgivable, we're going to let Derek Carr continue to throw a little bit. Now he's lofting one up here. We got Jordy Nelson out, and Jordy Nelson has it batted away at the last second. So 3rd and 11, we got to rely on Derek Carr one more time this drive. See if he can actually get us through here. Carr taking his time, throws it underneath to Amari Cooper, who again has it dropped, and that's going to be 4th down in punting territory. With 3 minutes left here in the first half, you can sum this up, then we're down 14-0 because of a really, really bad play by Derek Carr. It gave so much energy to the Seahawks defense, and they're even stuffing the run now. But look, Oakland drafted Isaiah King Jr. to help them get out of messes like this one. If your quarterback can't get it done, you got to rely on your soon-to-be superstar running back. So here in a halfback screen, Isaiah's out here ready. This ball's going to be hit off of his butt. He tries to catch it, and of course, he's going to drop it. So things have went from bad to worse so far. 3rd down and 13. 2-minute warning is almost upon us. Isaiah again here for protection. This ball's on to Jared Cook. Jared Cook is going to try to spin, and he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. Seattle has come in, and they have completely destroyed us here at home in the first half. So we're just going to opt to try to do something about it. Isaiah's got an opportunity here with 15 seconds on the clock. He's going to try to break through a tackle. He's going to end up getting down here to the 47 with 11 seconds left. With this game being as big of a blowout as it is, we just got to put some points on board. If it's a field goal, that's even fine because we're down 21-0. That's not really good. So Isaiah again is going to, oh, and he actually gets this one. He's going to try to get out of bounds, and he does. Smart play out at the 45 with 5 seconds left. So because we're so far back, coach says, look, on the 45, we got to go ahead and throw a Hail Mary up here and just hope that Derek Carr can get it into the end zone. If he gets an interception, it is what it is. So he lofts one to Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper's breaking tackles, but doesn't seem like the smartest play with 5 seconds left because it's nowhere close to the end zone. So we're going into halftime. Down 21-0. Coach Gruden can't be happy. Isaiah's not happy. And Derek Carr, he's got to play much better in the second half. So we finally get a little bit of good news that Seattle cannot end up scoring here to start of the second half. So we're up down 21-0. We're going to rely on the run heavily, and we're going to need to rely on blocking even more. 2nd and 15. The running game has not looked so good so far. Halfback screen has worked a couple of times today. Isaiah's going to try to move around a little bit. He's going to break a few tackles, and they're going to drop him at about the 46. 3rd down and 7 again for here. Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Carr get all the time in the world. Has a guy wide open in Jared Cook, and the tight end brings that one in at the 44. Passing game is starting to finally look good here. So can Isaiah get the running game going? Just give this man a couple blocks and watch him go to work. Isaiah gets a couple of blocks there, and okay, solid gain of 4. 2nd down and a few yards. Isaiah takes the handoff, skirts through the middle. He's going to fight for that 1st down. Now we get a really bad spot, in my opinion, and they say that Isaiah didn't actually get the 1st down. So we're going to see Derek Carr under center again. Isaiah looking for some room. Isaiah's got a guy in front, says, get off of me, young fella. Earl Thomas, you're too old now. Isaiah now has 14 rushing attempts in this game, and that is a lot. I totally get it, but honestly, the way Derek Carr has been throwing it, you got to give the young fella plenty of room. 2nd and 9 after that short run. 3rd quarter's getting close to the end. We got to get some points on the board at some point, or else this game is going to be looking pretty bad and pretty ugly. So 3rd and 6. Got to get a big play here. Derek Carr's rolling around, and Derek Carr takes a really bad sack. So if there is any good news, is that we did get a field goal because we were so close to the end zone at that point. So Seattle's going to be forced to punt. This one's going to be high. This is going to be to the right, and it's going to be out of bounds. So the only good news to come out of that drive is that we basically got a field goal. So we're not getting shut out anymore, which kind of feels fantastic. So you want to see Isaiah out here running. Isaiah's got a broken tackle possibly, and he fights enough for the 1st. And going into the 4th quarter, we're down 18. So unless Isaiah gets into the end zone multiple times, this game might be a wash. Start of the 4th quarter, we got 8 minutes to score 18 points to at least get this thing into overtime. So Isaiah's out here running wild. Oh, he gets destroyed. Last time he killed Earl Thomas, this time he killed him. It's a couple of yards. With just a few inches needed, we're going to opt to run Isaiah up the middle. All the time in the world here. 7 minutes left on the clock. Derek Carr's going to throw one under pressure. Jared Cook's going to hit that one and then fumble. It is an unfortunate sequence of events. Seattle is going to recover that one with Byron Maxwell scooping it up. The good news is Seattle doesn't get a touchdown. The bad news is they get a field goal. So we're down 24-3, which means we need 3 touchdowns to walk out of here as the victor. And as you can imagine, it doesn't look like it's going to actually be the case. We're just trying to avoid turnovers right now, getting the ball to Isaiah, letting him go to work. But oh, Isaiah out here making moves. The young fella's going to break another tackle, and they're not going to bring him down. Isaiah's off to the races. Isaiah with the greatest run of his young career. No one is going to catch him. He skips into the end zone. What a ridiculous play. After so many bad rushes, Isaiah goes on for a 75-yard touchdown, the longest of his career, and no one is going to catch that man right there. When we look at it here, Isaiah gets wrapped up there by Maxwell. He's going to fight through that one. Big 92's on his back, and he still goes through. Don Gruden's like, that is the single greatest run I've ever seen in my entire life, young fella. I mean, don't call me crazy. We're down 14 points now. 2 scores in 3 minutes. Crazier things have happened. Can we come back here and get a comeback victory against one of our rivals? We're about to find out. And this ball's been kicked into the red zone, or into the end zone. Isaiah says, let me return it. Not really his best move, and we're down at the 10 now. Now, that run caught Seattle off surprise, and no one thought he was going to go 75 yards. So we've got to rely on the passing game here. So it's like a zone defense. Carr with the fake, Carr with the dump, and Carr throwing it to the invisible man. Maybe that was Vance Iteo's girlfriend because nobody was there. So coach is going to bring Isaiah out. Just look, we got to get the passing game in. We need more wide receivers in. We just can't have you in at least for this possession. So 3 minutes left. Carr, pressure in his face, throws one right into a defensive lineman's body. Say what you will, but Derek Carr is not looking like a guy that won Offensive Player of the Week in week number 2. So here we go. Blitz is coming. He throws one that is going to be caught by Jared Cook. 14 yards there. Carr again, looking a little bit better in that last possession. Throws one here. This time he's got Amari Cooper, who's out to the races. Oh, Amari Cooper making moves. They're going to slam him down at the 50. Here we go again. 1st and 10. Got the 2-minute warning coming up. If we can score pretty quickly, I think we're still in this game. Now Carr's going to throw one completely out of bounds. Carr moves back in the shotgun with Isaiah to his left. Looks like Isaiah's going to move out to the right-hand side here. It's like a little bit of a wheel route. Isaiah back across the middle, but no one to protect Carr. He gets sacked. We're basically in 4-down territory now. We've got to go forward on every single 4th down. So 3rd and 16. We don't have to get a first down here, but it would be kind of nice. Now, Isaiah was kind of open. This ball was thrown. Jordy Nelson's going to pick that one up. How did he get that one? I have no idea. Something about this game just feels like it's meant to be. So here we go. Carr's getting bailed out here. Had a horrible pass there that Jordy Nelson somehow caught up to. Slings one into, oh my God, horrible coverage, and Bobby Wagner just mosses that one, and that, folks, is going to be a GG. Now, Seattle ends up not getting any first downs. They're deep in their own territory, and they're forced to punt it after we waste all of our timeouts. So Isaiah's out here running, making some moves. That's a good return to get us down to the 47. Now, look, this game isn't completely out of reach, but it's almost improbable at this point. And if we want to win, Derek Carr has got to replace that limp noodle he has for an arm and actually throw some solid passes in. Oh, okay. Derek Carr's just out here shaving points. Isaiah's going to get his first tackle. He gets it. And Earl Thomas gets an interception, and he 100% just sealed the game. It's incredible to see the effort that Isaiah King Jr. put through, honing his craft, finding a way to get this job done. And Derek Carr, despite him having some big passes, a lot of them were also some really, really bad throws. So we're going to see what happens in the next week, but John Gruden cannot be happy with his young quarterback. To recap the stats, Russell Wilson balled out of control. A really good QB rating, 20 of 29, 222 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns. Derek Carr had a QB rating that was a middle-aged man. He was 13 of 22 for almost 200 passing yards. His completion percentage was okay, but he had 3 interceptions and no passing touchdowns. Running the ball, Isaiah had his single best game of his young career. You see J.D. McKissick in front of him for Seattle go 23 for 71 with 1 touchdown. He had 3 fumbles though. Isaiah went 20 for 150, 7.5 yards per carry with 1 touchdown, and the craziest run I have ever seen. And in the air, Doug Baldwin had 8 catches for 93 yards, no touchdowns for him. You end up seeing Brandon Marshall get 1 touchdown, and Isaiah King Jr. goes 4 catches for 41 yards today. So it was a tough week for Isaiah. Started off slow, kept grinding, and got the job done. But Derek Carr, yeah, he's got to go talk to coach a whole lot this week. So we got an upgrade opportunity here. We can go elusive back, receiving back, or power back. I feel like elusive, we're doing pretty well. I want to do a little bit better there, so I think we're going to go ahead and do that, even though our scheme fit will be a little bit better for power. But we'll focus on that once we get this a little bit to the higher 80s. So we're going to get a couple of points here upgraded. We're now an 84 overall, +1 to awareness, ball carrier division, break tackle, and juke move, and +2 to carry. That's solid by me.